Okay, now that we went over counting rhythm and we got that sort of idea down, let's break it down a little bit what we've been doing. So we've been getting a note and we've been cutting it in half, and we've been cutting it in half again and again and again, and that's how we're getting our, eighth note, 16th note, etc. So yeah, we could keep cutting it in half again, and theoretically at some point we could play any note at any space in any given time in the song because we have those notes to do that. Sometimes we want kind of a different feeling to our music. Maybe instead of when the beat hits, we have a one and maybe instead of when the beat hits, we have a one and a, okay? Maybe we have a one and a, two and a, three and a, four and a. So it kind of has a little different feeling than from your one and, two and, or one and a, two and a, three and a, four and. Something about that's very linear sounding to me. I don't know how else to explain it. Boxy linear. And then you go to one and a two and a three and a four and a. Kind of got a little more of a feel there. Maybe some like little jazzy, just a little bit or something. I don't know how to explain it. A little more feeling with the music. Okay? So what we're doing is we're taking the space of a quarter note and we're occupying it with three notes. And they look like eighth notes, but it's has a three written above it. So instead of it's one and, it's one and a. Okay? You'd also look at it as the same equivalent as two eighth notes. It's the same amount of time, the same beat, the same length, but you're going to fit three notes in there. It's the same one and a. You're fitting it in the same amount of time. Okay? The reason why I'm calling it one and a, two and a, three and a is a band member can go, ooh, on the and of that two, you were a little early on the beat, kind of threw off the song a little bit. You can go, oh, okay, I'll pay attention to that. So those are our triplet eighth notes, which is your most common triplet. You're going to see this a lot. You also have your quarter note triplet, which occupies the same amount of beat space as a half note or as two quarter notes. It might be a little better to look at it as kind of the same space as two quarter notes. So you're bum, bum. In that same space, you're going to have a bum, bum, bum. Okay? Very simple. You can also look at it as four eighth notes, but then you just start kind of complicating things at that point. But hey, once you start kind of diving into different ways of looking at things, and you start writing all this stuff down, geez, things just really click one day, and all this stuff becomes so much less confusing, and it just becomes understandable. It takes a little bit of time, though. So there are triplets. It's just a grouping of three notes